Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to the hands-on training session of Republic Day Hackathon India at 75, an initiative of Reskill in association with Tutors One. Republic Day Hackathon is an online hackathon inviting students, developers, and tech enthusiasts to learn about Spark AI Studio and utilize its tools to create their assets that are innovative, value creating, and have a wider impact on the audience. Today, we will be teaching you about how to create your AR effects using Spark AR Studio and how to submit them for the hackathon. And for the workshop, we have with us our expert trainer with Miss Vidhi Srivastava. Vidhi holds the post-graduation degree in computer application. She firmly believes that technology will change the coming world and is changing too. She is passionate about new technologies, loves to make augmented reality filters. Currently, she is working with Hashden at Deloitte. Before we invite Vidhi, I hope all of you have downloaded Spark AI Studio and are ready with your laptop. If you haven't downloaded it yet, please do it now. I'm sharing the link in the comment section. Hi Vidhi.
Hi, Askar. Thanks for the introduction. Guys, you would be very excited to learn about the Republic Day filter, and even we have the workshop. So, wishing you all the best for the same. And we could start, right, Askar?
Yes.
All right. So I'll just share my screen. I hope you guys have downloaded the assets, whatever we are using in the filter, and I also hope that my screen is visible. Okay, so here we have the Spark here, Meta Spark Studio, and we'll start from the scratch. So you have to just, if you haven't downloaded it, you can just download it from the Meta Spark Studio official website. And then all you have to do is you have to go and click on the blank project so that we can explore more about the functionalities. So I'll just click on a blank project and we'll wait for a couple of seconds for it to get downloaded. Sorry, to get open. Then we are going to see like an untitled Metaspark Studio. So this is how it will look when you'll open a blank project. Now I'll just maximize the screen and let me tell you some of the things that you should know to whatever you are seeing. So, the middle portion that you are seeing here, it is known as the viewport. So, for example, whatever things that I'm going to add it over the mm, like like you can see here screen which will be like in how you are going to see the effect in your mobile or on your devices. So in the viewport, you are going to see, for example, if I add some of the objects, like if I add rectangle, so what is the position, where is it being, how it is looking, and all kind of things you can see in the viewport. Even you can resize it and adjust it according to your filter. So we have the layers also. So you guys would be aware of how you use layers in a Photoshop or in a Procreate. Similar way, the layers would be applied over here. That is in the scene panel. Here we have the hierarchy that the device is being apparent, and then you have the camera. With the camera, you have in like inside of it again a is focal distance. Then you have the ambient as well as directional light. So these two lights are like by default it will be available in all your uh, like untitled projects whenever you are starting it from scratch as a blank project. Then you have the assets. So as Aska told that you guys would have downloaded it. If not, you can download it by the link. So what I'll do is I quickly add all the assets that I have shared with you guys. So I'll go back and I'll go to AR. Then here is the textures that we are going to use for our effect. And here you can see that all the textures have been imported. Now the very first thing that you have to take care of it is that you have to compress it. So make sure that it is none, so that all your textures won't look different on the different devices. So you should take care of this. Then like not only the 2D objects, you can add 3D objects, or you can add the materials. So all the materials that we are going to add, you can see in the texture itself. So we have here like all the scene panel things have their own properties. So you can see that device have some properties, like currently I have set to iPhone 13 Pro. Then you can even set it for Android devices, or you can adjust it in a resizable window. Then we have the camera. So camera have different properties. So say if you are adding a segmentation. So currently Spark supports three segmentation: person segmentation, hair segmentation, skin segmentation. So in a very simple terminology, I can say that if you want to change the background of any effect, you can use the person segmentation with alpha property. I'll explain you in a bit while, so don't worry about that. Then we have this spatial, like it's being long now. This feature is available, that is camera depth extraction. If you want, you can include it if you're making the effect that suits that. Then we have the texture extraction. So here we will extract the camera texture because we need it in a effect. Now what we will do is, here you have the plus icon, but again before that let me explain you these things what are here. So this is for positioning. So whatever object I'm going to add, its position, if I want to set, I can set it. Then this is the rotation part, you can rotate it. Then you have the scaling, if you want to zoom it or zoom out. So we can discuss it while going through it. So there are two ways. Again, you can click on plus, or you can even right click and add the objects. So we are going to add a canvas over here, or if you add directly a rectangle, the canvas would be added. So what I will do is I'll just rename the rectangle as, first we'll set the background. Okay, so I'll just put it as BG. Mm, then I'll just fill its width as well as height. So you can see now, like something has been added to our scene. Now the thing is, like if I want to add a background or something, what I'll do, so what you will do is you will add this material. So material is something like what things you are going to add on it. So like it could be an image, or it could be a color, or it could be so and so things that you are going to include in your project. Now see, I've added a material. Now if you see here, you can see that in the material 0 is being added. Now again, best practices is you should rename it. You can right click over here or here, anywhere you can add it. So I'll add it over here. And right now you can see that the shader type is standard. So the standard shader types itself means that whenever there is ambient as well as directional light, these lights are going to affect this rectangle. Affect in a way like whatever light color if you choose, you would be able to see uh, in this rectangle itself. So I don't want that, so I'll choose a flat. There are a couple of different shader types, you should go through it. Like if you're going to add some metallic or silver or different kind of textures, you can use physically based. Or if you're going to have some effect like face paint, we will see it face paint one quite a while after later. थोड़ा सा रुक के हम देखेंगे. So we can see here that I'll add a texture. So we have here the background. So I'll go to its material and I'm going to add it over here. Now you can see that I have added the background, but I cannot see the person who is going to take the pic or who is going to record himself or herself. So what we will do is, we are going to set its alpha property. So all you have to do is just click on this alpha property, and in the textures you have to add the segmentation. Now where you will get the segmentation is you have to go to the camera texture. Then in the segmentation, as I discussed, that there are three types of segmentation you can see. We'll click on the person segmentation, and here you can see that the in the assets texture, segmentation mask texture 0 have been added over here. Now what I'll do is I'll go back to my rectangle and its material, and in the alpha I am going to add in the texture as a segmentation person. Now see, you can see that this texture, tricolor texture, is being added to the person itself, but we don't want like that. We want the background texture should be added. So what I'll do is I'll invert it. Now see, once I invert it, now only in the background you can see it. If you want to adjust the texture softness or size, you can also adjust it from here, but I feel like this is okay. So now what we will do is we'll add a face tracker. Now what is face tracker? The face tracker itself means that whatever thing that you are going to add or attach over the face, or it may be some of the interactions if you want to add. So if you open your mouth, some like confettis are falling, or if you like blink your eyes, or it could be if you tilt your head, all kinds of gestures you can add it over here. Then in the face tracker I'm going to add the face mesh. So right now you cannot see the face mesh because you have to make sure that the depth, I'll explain let me first make it little up. Now also you have to make sure that like if this person is going backwards now, then what will happen, the face mesh won't be visible. Now what I'll do is I'll go to its background, and in the material what I will do is in the advanced rendering options I'll just make sure that these two are unchecked. Now what I'll do is I'll go back to my face mesh, and we could change the name as flag on face, and we'll add its material. Again you have to go to its material, change the name. Mm, face, face flag, face on flag, and we'll change the shader type to face paint, because we want that texture to be appeared as a flag on the face. Now you can just choose the file over here, that is the face flag. Now you can see that the flag is being added, and you can even adjust its background influence or brightness in a way you want. So what I will do right now is it is looking okay. Like if you want to make some changes, you can also change the shader type over here, or brightness. See, like this, you can adjust it the way you like. Now what we will do is we have this chakra. So if you want to add it, like it depends on you. If you want, you can add it, otherwise you can just ignore it. Like in the background what you could do is you could let me switch my background. So if I change it, and if I want to add this chakra also, so what I'll do is I'll go back to my canvas and add a rectangle over here, and we could adjust it later on, but abhi ke liye I'll just make sure that it is in full width and height. And I'll add a shader type, and inside the texture I'm going to add this chakra. Now what we are going to do is like we will adjust its length, breadth, as well as height also. So I am going to make sure that it is in the center and it is fine. So it this is like an additional feature. If you want to keep it, you can. Otherwise, you can just ignore it. Uh, so you can just keep it over here and go to the view, and in the show patch editor here we are going to add some animation. So if you want this to be rotated, let me, for now I can change the name as like circle we can give. And in the right, like if you click right over here from the mouse, you can go to the animate and you can go to the spin. Now if you see, like it is spinning over the y axis, but uh, 359 degrees. So what I'll do is I'll change the z axis is 180-degree, or 360-degree. And you can even, like if you want to make it fast, or sorry, slow, you can just count down its And also it is like it depends on you if you want to keep it in this way or not. You can just play around it, and if you want to try something else you can try it off. That's how you can add a rotation over here. So I'll just delete it for now because I don't want it. And even I'll just disable this also. So we have this. Let me come back to our face filter. And now what we will do is in the canvas we are going to add the Happy Republic Day wish that we are going to add it. So I'll add a rectangle over here, and let me add its width as well as height. We can adjust it again later on. And let me go to its material, and here we will add its texture. So we have the texture over here as okay, this is our texture. Let me decrease its width and height a little, and we are going to add it over here. Also, if you want to decrease it more you can decrease, and like this. So this looks okay, good. And now we have like, you can also add animation to this also. Like if you want, what we could do is like, we could right click over here. So let me first rename it as Happy Republic Day. And what we could do is right click over here and click on animate, and you can add different types of animation. So if I want to add some float, okay, now it is what is happening, it's flowing, it is floating from the start value is x-axis 58, and it is also ending at 58. So you can just play around it and you can just adjust its value over here. Like um it was, so it is going the, what if I give it to 180? Okay, let me give it a 0. Wait, we could just adjust it like this. So what you can do is like, you can fix its position. So currently as you can see it is moved to upward, so I'll just delete it first over here and let me make it little down. Now if you want to add the animation like right side, if you want to move it, you can just make sure that you will have its xy axis, and you can add it over here, and then you can attach it to the scale, like whatever you like. So like this is the one way that you can do. Also you can add like a pulse if you want, and you can just decrease its animation time. And also like if it is too slow, make sure it is 3, and even you can play it with the values of x and y here also. Like if I don't want like from my x-axis it should not be that much, or like whatever you like. 0 if you keep see the animation, you can see just it is just squeezing, right? But again it depends on how you like it. So see, you should just play around and see what animation you like it. The similar way you can add it over here. So I'll just again delete this, and let me make sure that it is spent. Now whatever images you are adding, now make sure that it is it is being pinged. Now what you have to do is you have to be keep it in the center, because whatever device I choose, I don't want it to go move to left side or right side or up or down. Like make sure that it is being pinned over the center. And for background we don't have to do it. But again let me make sure that this message that we are sending it is into a new layer. So we can just create a layer over here, and if you want you can also rename it. Like we have done it for Happy Republic Day, and we have added to its rectangle. If you want to make it animate, you can, or if you don't want. Now if you want you can have some more properties. Like I want like tap to change, and I don't want this to come by default. Only when I tap, then it should appear. So what we could do is we could right click over here and we can add here screen tab, and inside we have the exactly equals to. Before that, let me add. We have different logics over here, so like if you don't want exactly equals to, you shouldn't add, but make sure that whatever you are thinking of your filter, you should add, like first make sure that you must make a like in a note you should add like what you want to do. So if I want to add a screen tab, like what all things you need. So if I want to just switch it, like I just want happy Independence Day. Oh wait, we don't want for Independence Day, we want for Republic Day. So make sure that we add that one. So first of all, you can use like this, wait, you can go over here and here in the PNG tree, or even you can make it these in your iPad, or it could be like in your Photoshop. So I'm sorry, which one shall I take? Let me take, okay, if I want to keep it, if I want to take this, I'll just download it. I need to make sure that my account is being logged in. So let me log in. Okay, so which one we selected? This one, right? So this one or this one? Which one shall I take? Oh, this is fine. This will look good. Let me download this. So we don't need this one now. So what I could do is I could just delete it or just keep it inside it. And I'll go here and in the texture I'll add Happy Republic Day one, because we are making for that, not for Independence Day. Okay, so I'll just make sure that it is being changed. Sure. Now we have this, so we can just adjust its width as well as height a little bit because it is looking quite squeezed. You can also adjust its scaling from here, 0.8 or 0.9. Okay, then we can also add animation over here, right? It will look good. Right click over here, then we have animation as pulse. We could zoom out a while, then we'll apply a logic for that. And let me make this one. I think this is okay. I don't want much, uh, like it should not squeeze much, so I have just made it at start as one. Now let me apply this logic. So we have this like screen tab. Okay, so what you will do is you have this exactly equals to, and here you need a counter. So we have this. So what it will do, it will use the pulse signal to increase or decrease. Even you can set it like for how many values. That's why I was telling you should make sure that what's the maximum count, you should make very clear about it, like what you need. So currently our max count is 2, because for one click we want this Happy Republic Day or Republic 26 to come, and the other we don't want it to come. So make sure it is visible, and we'll set it as the 0 as to make sure it is visible. Now what logic I have applied here is like starting you are going to see this, but if you are going to tap it, it will just disappear. If you want that firstly it should disappear, then it should come. Let me refresh it, and in the second value you can give it as 1. So now you can see if I restart the app, now it is not there, but if I'm going to click it, it will appear. But let me make sure that it is set to 0 only. So let me restart it. So this is there are a couple of ways that you can make sure that your effect is being added to it, or if you want, you can just remove it. Now, with the screen tab, there is one thing that like you may not like, that if I'm going to use a media query at that time, if screen tab is there, I cannot use it like media query in a way. Media like the existing project, if you want to keep it in, you have to add it. So first of all, let me tell you how you can make sure that it is available for Insta as well as for Facebook. You have to go here and click on edit properties, and in the add experience you can add the sharing experience over here. And you this is what I was talking about, the existing media property. So right now it's saying that your capability doesn't allow it. Why? Because we have added the screen tab, as you can see here. Remove it if you want to use. So if you want to keep it, you can, but you won't be able to apply in your existing projects. But I feel I want to add it to my existing projects, so I'll remove this and I'll go back to my project, edit properties, experience. Now I can use it as an existing photos. So what I will do next is I want to test it. So let me send it to my device. So you can like you can test it how it is looking. If you want to adjust its width, height, or whatever you like, you can do it in a way. So let me see how it is looking, if I want to change something or not. Just we have to wait for a couple of minutes for it to get loaded in our devices. So you have the QR code on your screen. You can just scan it, and you guys can also try it simultaneously. I am trying. So if you want to make some changes, you can do it. So I feel it is looking good and simple also. Now one more thing, like you guys would can ask, like if I want to add some effect. So if I want to add some LUT effects to my person segmentation, how can I add it? So yeah, let me teach you guys that also. You can go to the assets library, and in the patch you can search and you can get the patch for the same. So I already have downloaded it, so I'm not going to search it over here, but you guys can if you don't have. And even you need a LUT. So I'll go to my AR effect, and we have something like, okay, let me choose it over here. I don't need it actually right now. Let me go to the advanced slot. So this patch is from Dennis. So thanks to him, he has made it so nicely that you can just. I'll explain how you can use it, and let me also add a LUT over here. So I have made some LUTs that I can use it over here. So I'll use this one, and I'll just make sure it is compressed. So Make sure it is compressed. You can make the LUT. You can make LUTs in Lightroom or Photoshop and even Procreate. So we have this camera texture over here. We'll drag it over the patch editor. Then we have this patch, and we have our respective LUT that we are going to use it. Make sure LUT is being attached to its LUT, and then camera texture to the texture. And then here we need the person segmentation. So make sure you are going to add a rectangle over here, and this is for background, right? So we have a rectangle over here. Make sure its width and height are filled. Then we'll add a material to it, and we'll go back to its texture, and we are going to, okay, we're going to alpha, and here we are going to add the person segmentation, right? Then we can use its texture over here, and we can attach it like this. If you want to decrease the intensity, you can keep it 0.9. Okay. Then we have the advanced rendering option. Now you can see that our face tracker is not visible because you have to make sure its advanced render properties set nicely. So let me see why it is not appearing. Wait, let me go back to its. I was changed its layer to. Okay, so you have to make sure that it is on the correct layer. That's why you have to choose the layer option correctly. And then we have this animation as well. Also, if you want to make sure its brightness is bit low, you can set it. Okay, this is fine. You can even see on different uh, people how it is looking. Let me try and see. Nice. So, like, this is one way of adding LUTs and all those things into your effects, even the animations also. So, I hope it is pretty much clear about it, and even you can use this chakra that we added over here. But yeah, please don't add the Independence Dates Republic Day. So, you're making the effect for Republic Day. Now we have everything set over here, and now what we are going to do is we are going to learn how we can upload it. But again, I would say first let's test once again so everything is done correctly with us. So let me see. You guys can also scan the code over here. Okay, so you guys can scan it, and you can use it, like see how it is looking, and if you want to change it more improvements you can do it, but even the LUT you can see it now, it is visible. If you want to set it for one you can also do it. Wait, so we have material also set. If you want to change it, like see the difference, you can see how it is, how it was before and how it is looking now. I hope you guys would have definitely tested it also. Let me see if things are. Yes, it is looking good. Acha, one more thing I want to discuss. Like, if you feel it is the face one is looking dark, what you could do is you could go back um, to the face flag, and you can just change its property, shader property to flat in case if you feel it is looking good, and also like multiply. So this is again one way of like uh, adding the texture. So let's check this also. And if you feel alpha is good blend mode, so there are different types of blend mode also. Like it is in the rendering option right side, you can see. So let me see how it is looking over here. Okay, so we have the link over here. You guys can scan the QR code obviously. So I feel this one is looking pretty much good than the previous one. So okay, so I would like to upload this one now. Everything is set. We have tested it. We have made a filter nicely. We have made sure that all the textures are being compressed, and we don't need this. So I'll just delete it. And yep, all the textures are compressed. Nice. So, firstly, we are going to rename it. So, I'll just save it to my desktop. And we have over here as Republic Day 23. Cool. So, let me save it and I'll upload it. So let me go to the publish, make sure all the textures are see, all the textures are compressed. It will also tell you that one of the file is being not used. I know that is this chakra. If you want to delete it, you can. So upload it. Wait for it to get upload 100%. Then you can just see that a window will pop up, and that will be like you have to keep a name also for your effect. So if I like if you want to keep it as India 75, or you can give it as Happy Republic Day or whatever you like. I'll keep it simple. Happy Republic Day. Nice. Now what I'll do is make sure that you have the category over here. So it's like for an event. Nice. You can keep it for selfies. And then you have to upload a demo video. So you can just record it yourself for 10 to 12 seconds and just record it, upload it over here. You need to upload an icon also for the same. I'll show you how it looks. Let me first save it. So you can if you want to share it as a test link to your friends, so like if you want someone else to make a demo video, that also you can do it. So we have over here like the overview, how it is going to look like this on your Insta. Let me explain, let me send a test link to myself so that I can record a demo video for it. But I'm not going to do it right now. But I'll show you. Wait. So for example, I made this effect. Not this, let me show it. The other one. So we have this static frame. Now what is demo video? I was talking about this. See, if I click on update here, you could see you have to upload a video over here like this to some extent. And then you can choose an icon over here, and you can also use a thumbnail, and then you can click on submit. So this is one way of uploading a filter. The other way you can do is like you can just go it over here, click on publish, and here you can export it. So what you will do is you can directly go to your Spark Hub and click on publish, publish in effect, and you can drag or upload the uh, AR project over here, that is AR export file. And here this is what a Spark AR Hub looks like, and you can see how your effects are working all over the Insta as well as Facebook, I mean all different platforms. So you can adjust its like last 7 days or lifetime, what all impressions you guys have, then whatever the latest information you can see it over here, and you can see the how many effects you have created or whatever you like. You can just adjust it over here. Then you have something over here like uh, even if you want, you haven't um, even if your effect is not accepted. Now what is this again? So let me tell you, once you uploaded here the demo video as well as like the icon, you can just click on submit. Now what will happen, it will the Spark AR or the Meta Spark will like there is a policy that it takes 2 hours, or minimum 2 hours, and maximum it may take 2 days. So make sure that you are aware of the Spark AR policy. So I'll quickly let you guys go through these, so you can find it over here also, I think so. Yeah, just click on learn, and you have here like different tutorials that uh, you can watch it, you can read the documentation if you are a beginner, if you're an intermediate, and if you want to learn some advanced effects, you can learn it over here. So I'll quickly add here documentation. So you can open it over here. So this is how the documentation is going to look, where you have a couple of tutorials and whatever things you are using. You have from fundamentals to the patch editors, how we are navigating, like explained it in the beginning, viewport and so on. Then you have the patch editor. So like whatever patch you are using, make sure that you are aware of its functionalities of its input as well as outputs. So if you see, we use the Dennis patch, that was the advanced LUT. So what it's taking the input, so it was taking a camera texture as an input as well as a LUT as an input, and then the output, that is the texture that we are going to see, you are going to see it in a material, that is a rectangles material. It's, then you can also learn it, the Spark SL. Like if you want to start, you can just explore it over here. So Spark AI supports JavaScript as well as TypeScript. So you can just go through how these functions are created, what all, uh, how it you are going to make the use of all these. So if you have a coding background, you can learn this, or you can just start exploring it. Or also if you are a non-coder or non CS background, if you have, then also you can create an effects. Almost 90% of my effects are without scripting. So nine, you can just explore it more. Then you have, if you want to publish your effects, so you here are the like what, how you have to make sure about the things. And so like see, they have shown you how you can make use of all these things. So this is one thing. And where is the policies? I couldn't see. Wait, I'll show that also. So this is how you can. So this is what I was talking about, the Metaspark policy. So Metaspark enables a global community of creators and developers. So you can just read it. I'm not going to read it over here, but I'll give you the overview. So see, if we are naming the effect, so make sure that the names are like names of your effects should be owned by a single owner, and it should have different name. As well as in the demo video, don't use stock videos or stimulator videos, like here these videos that are there. then no recording of images or other videos. Then you have to make sure that the content that you're uploading is not shocking, sensational, or disrespect violent. So you cannot create effect for a alcohol or smoke brand. So you cannot promote those, like ultimately effects are nothing but you are promoting their brands, like you are adding the value to them. So you cannot use like these type of things in your effects, like knife, or it could be guns and all. So it is completely illegal to use. Then you cannot use the like you must make sure that, see, alcohol, tobacco and all these are not being there. Then content must not be an adult or adult nature, or all these sexual nature, for example. All these things you should make sure that your effect is not promoting something that is like harassment or something like that. Then you have the you have some more things that you can go through it. Then again, for external links and text, now you can see that if you like how I made the effect and directly I can share the QR code and all. But detecting the effect wasn't accepted. It's still in the testing phase. We are just testing it how it is looking. But once your effect gets published, that also I'll show how you can share your effects. So if I go here in the effects section, so for example, which one? Okay, this I choose. Okay, if I want to share it to my friends, what I'll do is I'll make sure it is clicked on share, and I can just copy it over here to different platforms. I can paste it, and even I can just like you can go to your Insta and you can download your QR code of the effect. You can share it on your stories, reels, or wherever you like it. So I hope you guys would have got the enough knowledge how you can create an effect, and I wish all the best for you guys to make your effect, submit it to the respective link, upload it, and just wait for your results to come. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope the session was insightful, and if you guys have any doubt, you can even text me or on Instagram. I'll share my Insta handle also. So you can just like text me over there if you have any queries, or you can even ask in the here in the comment sections or anywhere. You can just go through my profile. I have more than 250 filters. So yeah, this that is all for today, and I hope you guys have learned something. And I can't wait to see your effects.
Thank you so much, Vidhi, for an insightful session. I hope everyone has learned and they will create their AR effects for the Republic Day hackathon. So I am
Yes.
sharing the submission link in the comment section. Create your AR effects, submit them. There are amazing prizes for the top three winners and top 10 winners as well. So go and submit your AR effects. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, Askar. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.